Krishna Mataji, is your service today?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shall I start, Mataji, now?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. वञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Sushmita from Canada, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call today. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. And I want to thank Priti Vilasini Mataji for the beautiful recitation of chapter 15. Now is our next session is about Sri Chaitanya Bhagavatam. So before moving to the class, I would like to know who all have attended this call today. Would you like to introduce? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sushma. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for your warm welcoming. This is Preeti Vilasini Devi Dasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti Vilasini Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. And thank you so much for the beautiful recitation once again. It was so soothing, Mataji. Thank you so much. And welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Netu Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat pranams to you, Dandavat pranams to all the devotees here, and happy Diwali to everyone. I don't know, we are celebrating it today. So
Yes, happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to all. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji. This is Sumi from Jersey City.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association. Happy Diwali to you too, Mataji. Thank you. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat pranam to you and all Vaishnavas, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, my name is Vandana. Recently I joined 3 days back from Charlotte. I'm from Charlotte. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Vandana Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining. Please keep on joining, Mataji, and give your sweet association to us. Thank you so much. Welcome to the call. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna. Happy Diwali to all, everyone.
Happy Diwali to you too, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirtida Sundari Dasi. And thank you, Preeti Vilasini Mataji, for the beautiful chanting.
Hare Krishna Kirtida Sundari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. We are eagerly waiting to hear from you, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have Her Grace Kirtida Sundari Mataji to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavatam, Madhya Khanda, 16 number chapter and text 132 to 142. Before handovering the call to Mataji, I would like to read today's quote of Srila Prabhupada. So today, Hare Krishna Mataji. Today is 30th October. People should not misunderstand that we are a band of musical artists. They must know that we are devotees of Krishna. Our devotional practice and purity shall be so strong that whatever we chant, there will be immediately an impression in the audience for devotion to Krishna. Letter to Tamal Krishna, October 30th, 1969. Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for your valuable time and enlightening us on the topic of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Now I will hand over the call to you, Mataji. Whenever ready, please take over the call. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji. Thank you so much for your very, very warm welcome. And thank you, dear devotees, for joining us today in this session of Chaitanya Bhagavat on the day of Deepavali. And wish you all also a very, very happy, prosperous, auspicious Deepavali. So we will start with our Mangalacharan and then we'll go ahead with our Chaitanya Bhagavat session. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shrirupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadudam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाभदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रस प्रदाय चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावधातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ जयति जयति देवा कृष्ण चैतन्य चन्द्रो जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्या पवित्रा जयति जयति भृत्यास्तस्य विश्वेश्वमूर्तेर् जयति जयति नृत्यां तस्य सर्वप्रियाणाम् मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपहातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य ईश्वरम् Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So thank you once again for your kind association. So happy to be in association of all of you. So we will continue with our Caitanya Bhagavat, where we are in the section where Mahaprabhu is glorifying Shri Shuklambar Brahmachari. So this episode of Shuklambar Brahmachari starts, and Vrindavan Das Thakur describes that how Shuklambar Brahmachari was a close associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from the time of Krishna Leela. So Krishnadas, Srila Kavi Karanapura in his Gorganosh Desh Deepika, he mentions that Shuklambra Brahmachari was one of the Brahma Patnis, the Brahmana Patnis in Mathura, from whom Krishna and Balram, they went to beg for some rice. But later here, because in this Chaitanya Leela, Shuklamba Brahmachari was a very poor man, and he used to beg to some houses for the rice, for his livelihood basically. And Mahaprabhu knows about this. So one day Mahaprabhu came and he took away those rice from Shuklambar Brahmachari. And at that time, he resisted. Shuklambar Brahmachari resisted because he said, "Oh, these rice are not fit for you. How can you eat this hard rice? You are so soft, and this is going to harm your mouth." So this way, Shuklambar Brahmachari and others, all the other associates, they were restricting, they were telling the Supreme Lord, they were telling Mahaprabhu not to accept these rice. But at that time, Mahaprabhu revealed that how Shuklambar Brahmachari in Krishna Leela was Sudama. And that time also, Sudama actually refrained offering this rice. Out of humility, he refrained offering those chipped rice to Krishna. But Krishna just took away those rice and he started eating. So same episode is again repeated in Chaitanya Leela, where Mahaprabhu is showing his immense mercy on Shuklambar Brahmachari by accepting the food which he has not even offered. He has not offered, but still Mahaprabhu is accepting that rice from Shuklambar Brahmachari. And Mahaprabhu said that, actually Vrindavan Das Thakur then says that who can stop Mahaprabhu? After all, he is the Lord of he is the Lord of all lords. He is supremely independent. He is Swarat. And he is always Premananda. He is always not Prem, he is always Paramananda. Means he is always in ecstasy. And he is Bhaktera Jivana. He is the life of the devotees. So who can stop him eating these uncooked rice? But on seeing this compassion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on Shuklambar Brahmachari, everybody started crying. Everybody started crying out of ecstasy because they were thinking that how Mahaprabhu is bestowing his mercy and showing his benevolent, his magnanimous nature, his magnanimous compassion onto Shuklambar Brahmachari. So I don't know whether you all are able to see the screen, but let me share once again. So this is our Caitanya Bhagavat.
We can see now.
Thank you, Mataji. So yeah, on seeing the Lord's compassion, all the devotees, they began to cry while holding their heads. And no one knew who fell where as they cried, because everybody was in ecstasy. Everyone was overwhelmed on seeing that benevolent, magnanimous compassion of the Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we'll start with text 131 or 132. Anyways, we'll go with 131. Uthila Paramananda Krishnera Kirtana Shishu Vrida Adhikari Khande Sarvajana. So whosoever was present in that assembly, whether it was a child, a Shishu, a Vridha, or an old man, everybody started crying. And they sang the glories of Krishna. How in great ecstasy, in Paramananda, they did Krishna Kirtan. They started chanting Krishna's holy name. दंते त्रीणा करे केहा नमस्कारे केहा बले प्रभु कभु न छाड़िबे मोरे. Now seeing this immense compassion of Mahaprabhu and especially showing his mercy on Shuklambar Brahmachari, they all felt those emotions in their heart. And some were holding the straw between the teeth, dante trina kare keha, and some were offering obeisances, kare namaskara. But ultimately, the mood of everyone who was present there, they were saying, "Oh Lord, Prabhu kabhu na chhadi be more, please don't ever leave us. Don't ever leave us." Because they were overwhelmed by seeing that how Mahaprabhu is showing his compassion to Shuklambar Brahmachari. So they all desired to have that same compassion, that feeling of same compassion from Mahaprabhu towards them also. So in that flow of ecstasy that was there in all the assembly members who were present in that assembly, they were quite overwhelmed and they said, "Oh Prabhu, please don't ever leave us. Prabhu kabuna chhade be more. Please don't ever leave us. We need your association always and everywhere." गडागडी आयना सुकृती शुक्लांबरा तंदुला खायेना सुखे वैकुंठ ईश्वरा. And the pious Shuklambara, who was the recipient of that compassion at that time, he started rolling on the ground as the Lord of Vaikuntha happily ate that rice. Rolling on the ground means that he was repeatedly paying obeisances to the Supreme Lord. He was at his lotus feet and he was seeing that how that Lord of Vaikuntha is happily eating that rice. So then our Mahaprabhu said, "Prabhu bole suna Shuklambara brahmachari, tomara hridaya ami sarvada vihari." So beautifully Mahaprabhu said, "Hey Shuklambar brahmachari, listen to me. तुम्हारा हृदय अमी सर्वदा विहारी." In your heart मैं हमेशा से विहार करता हूँ. Means I enjoy my pastimes in your heart. So how Krishna resides in the heart of the pure devotees. That's what Mahaprabhu is telling. And see, in one sense, it is such an extraordinary statement. We know Krishna. We can claim that we know Krishna. We can claim that we know the associates of Krishna. We can claim so many things, that I love Krishna. I have so much devotion for Krishna. That is one side of the story. But imagine that Krishna is recognizing us and Krishna is saying, "Oh, I know you," or "I acknowledge you," or "I acknowledge all your services." Now, this is altogether on a different level. We knowing Krishna, we loving Krishna, we showing our respect to Krishna is okay. We can do it. Somebody can do it out of fear, somebody can do it out of love, somebody can do it out of formality. But Krishna knowing us and Krishna acknowledging our devotion, oh, that's the highest aspiration of a devotee. And here, Mahaprabhu is saying, I constantly enjoy pastimes in your heart. Tumhara hriday, ami sarvada vihari. Krishna says that I am the one who reside in the heart of pure devotees. So, text 135. Tumhara bhojane haya, amara bhojana. Tumi bhikshaya chalila, amara paryatana. So now Mahaprabhu is taking one step ahead and he is saying, Tomara bhojan hi amara bhojan. Means whatever you eat, I eat. Tomai bhiksha chali ami paryatan. When you walk about for begging, that is actually my walking. So such a great revelation that Mahaprabhu is revealing this to Shuklambar Brahmachari. He says, when you eat, then only I eat. And when you walk about for begging some food, it's actually me walking. So how Mahaprabhu is saying that you are non-different from me? Because Mahaprabhu's pastimes are continuously happening in the heart of the pure devotees. And that's how we know that how the Supreme Lord, even though he may be Swarat, but still he's always captured, he's always dependent on the pure devotees. He's always dependent on the pure devotees, even though he may claim himself that I'm Swarat, but he is not independent. He is always in the heart of the pure devotees, and he is always subservient to his pure devotees. So now, when he says that when you walk about for begging, actually it's my walking. So how Krishna correlates this? Even when we see the pastime of Jaya and Vijay and how the four Kumaras, they went to Vaikuntha. We all know this pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam, that when they all went to Vaikuntha, they crossed the 6 main gates of Vaikuntha. But finally, they were stopped at the 7th gate they were stopped by Jaya and Vijay. And at that time, Jaya and Vijay said that we cannot allow you. And the four Kumaras, they felt so insulted that they actually cursed Jaya and Vijay that you are stopping us and you are having that mentality because this is Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means there is no kuntha, there is no misery in this place. And you are showing your enviousness nature. How can this place be Vaikuntha if you both are here? Because you have that kind of mentality. And saying this, they cursed them, both of them, that both of you go and reside in the material world and show whatever enviousness you want, because that is the place where all the miseries, all the enviousness, all the lust, greed prevails. So you go to that material world. You both are not fit to stay in Vaikuntha. So this way they cursed. And at that time, hearing the noise that was coming from outside between these 6 devotees, 6 people, Krishna, along with Goddess of Fortune, came out. And seeing the Supreme Lord's beautiful form, the heart of all the 4 Kumaras changed. And immediately they thought that no, why they have cursed? Actually, they have also not followed the rules of Vaikuntha. They have shown their anger, and this is not the place to show anger. So even they themselves are not fit to stay in Vaikuntha. So this kind of realization they were having, even Jaya and Vijay at that time felt that whatever they have done was not appropriate. So why I'm narrating this pastime is because at that time when the Supreme Lord came outside, he said that actually he basically asked forgiveness from all those four Chaturkumaras. He asked forgiveness from those Brahmanas. And he said, to me, the Brahmanas are the highest and they are the most beloved personality to me. The respect that my attendants have shown to you, he said, these are my doorkeepers and they are my servitors. But by stopping you all four, the disrespect they have shown to you, I take it this as an offense by myself. So this is the point that I want to highlight here, that how Supreme Lord is saying that the offense that my doorkeepers have committed onto you, actually it is not by them. I take it this to be the offense by my own self. As if I have stopped all of you to come inside. And because I take this as an offense by myself, I seek forgiveness from all of you, all four of you, because of this, the incident that because it has arisen here. So I take this. So how the Supreme Lord himself takes this? Because he resides in the heart of his devotees. He considers his devotees to be his own. In the material world, just like if there is a very chaste servant who is very loyal to his master, if the servant commits something to third person, the master immediately says, it's my fault because this servant belongs to me. If there is a genuine servant or a genuine master. But there is a big if here in the material world. But in the spiritual world, there is no if. Because Krishna, for Krishna, the pure devotees, they belong to Krishna. Krishna has the sense of belongingness towards his pure devotees. And Krishna takes it that, okay, if any offense is committed, it is by me. Another example we see in Caitanya Leela, when Srila Haridas Thakur was beaten in 22 marketplaces by the Yavana soldiers, at that time the Yavana soldiers were tired of beating Srila Haridas Thakur. But Srila Haridas Thakur was non-stop chanting the names of Krishna. He was chanting the holy names. He didn't stop. Later, these Yavana soldiers told to Haridas Thakur, see, if this is the way it's going on, then our Nawab Hussain Shah will kill us because they have given us this task to kill you. So ultimately, we are beating you so that you die. And then Haridas Thakur very compassionately said, okay, if that is the problem, then I'll become unconscious and you can throw me in the river. And that's what had happened. This Haridas Thakur became unconscious and they threw him in the river, where on the other side, he just came out of the river, regained his consciousness and started walking. Later we know that how in Mahaprakash Leela, that went for 7 prahars, 21 hours, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the form of Bhagavan, he revealed to Haridas Thakur that at that time you were not feeling any pain when these Yavana soldiers were beating you. And then Mahaprabhu turned around in Mahaprakash Leela in front of everyone and showed, see the markings. These are the markings of those whips that I suffered. So Mahaprabhu took those markings, took those whips on his back in order to protect Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur and all the devotees were in tears when Mahaprabhu showed this. So the point that I want to make here is that how the Supreme Lord says that all the pure devotees actually belongs to them. So he, in Shuklambar Brahmachari case also, he's saying that, oh Shuklambar, you think that you are going house to house and walking and begging, but it's actually not you, it's me. It's me who is walking. It's me who is begging. So Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur in his purport writes, the Lord accomplishes his mission by distributing the holy names and love of God through the Vaishnava Tridandi Sannyasis, who under the shelter of Sri Caitanya, they wander about on the pretext of begging alms. So how these Tridandi Sannyasis, who are the Tridandi Sannyasis? The Tridandi Sannyasis belong to Vaishnava school. So we have Ekadanda Sannyasis and Tridandi Sannyasis. Ekadandi Sannyasis are those sannyasis who are Mayavad Sannyasis, where they consider themselves to be one with the Supreme Lord. And the Vaishnava Tridandi Sannyasis, the Vaishnava Sannyasis, they accept the danda, the sannyas danda. Normally we have seen that all our Guru Vargas, they hold that sannyas danda. So we see that it's only one sannyas danda, but actually it's not. The four, not 3 or 4 dandas together, they are combined. 3, I think so. Yeah. Dandas are combined together, wrapped around in one cloth. And they accept these 3 dandi sannyasis. So 3 dandi sannyasis actually show Ekadanda sannyasi show that we are one with the Supreme Lord. The 3 dandi sannyasis holding the 3 rods together, clasped together, they represent that how they will be always engaged in the service of the Lord. They are not the Lord. They don't believe that they are one with the Lord, but they believe that they are always engaged in the service of the Lord. How? With one danda, with body, second danda with mind, and third danda with speech. So all 3 claps together, they represent that through our kaya, manas, and vach, through our body, mind, and words, we will accept the service of the Supreme Lord. They take this vow, and that is what a 3 dandi sannyasi is. So the Lord accepts this sacrificial offerings. He says that through the Vaishnava 3 dandi sannyasis, we know that how the Supreme Lord, even in the 3rd canto, he describes that he accepts the sacrificial offerings from the Brahmanas and from the devotees. But not the ordinary Brahmanas who are doing sacrifice for some karma kanda, but those who are Vaishnava Brahmanas, those who have the Vaishnava mood of a Vaishnava. Like while even offering the food, we say this mantra, right? That how the Supreme Lord is Go Brahmana Hitayacha, that how the Supreme Lord is very favorable to the cows and to the Brahmanas. He's Go Brahmana Hitayacha. But here, not the Brahmana, the ordinary Brahmanas, those who are doing some sacrificial ceremony out of namesake or for some karmakanda activities, but the Vaishnava Brahmanas. So it's the Vaishnava Brahmanas that is very, very dear to the Supreme Lord. And he accepts the offerings from the Brahmanas, from the mouth of the Brahmanas. Therefore, it is said that whenever we also do any kind of devotional service, like even if we do some kind of puja or some kind of rituals, which is definitely Krishna conscious, but the aim is to feed the Vaishnavas. Because if Vaishnavas are pleased, then the Lord is pleased. That's why in one of the class we discussed that how in Krishna consciousness we have a triangle. And in triangle there are 3 vertices. 3 vertices are there. where one is Namaruchi, second is Jivadaya, and third is Vaishnava Seva. So in Krishna conscious also, it's Vaishnava Seva, which is very, very important. Because Krishna accepts through the mouth of Vaishnavas. If Vaishnavas are pleased, Krishna is pleased. If Vaishnavas are not pleased, Krishna is not pleased. Okay, so this is how he is explaining this. Text 136. Prema bhakti valaite mora avatar janma janma tumi prema sevaka amar. So again, Mahaprabhu, he's saying, Janma Janma Tumhi, birth after birth, Tumhi Prema Sevak Amar, you are my beloved servant. See, we can say, oh Krishna, I'm your servant, and I'm your Das, I'm your Dasi. But Krishna acknowledging us as his servant is definitely what we all are looking for. So Krishna Mahaprabhu is saying prema bhakti valaite, just to distribute this prema bhakti. I have come here. I have taken this incarnation. I have come, Mora avatar. My incarnation has happened just to distribute this prema bhakti. And janma janma tumhi prema sevaka amar. And I give this benediction to you that you are my beloved servant and you will be my beloved servant birth after birth, no matter how many births you take. So, yes, Mahaprabhu came just to distribute Prema Bhakti. Of course, this is one of the external reason that is being described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There are internal reasons also to relish the mood of Srimati Radharani. But one of the external reason is to distribute this Prema Bhakti. Prema Nam Parichate A Avatar. Just to distribute this Prem Nam, Mahaprabhu has come. He has descended to in this world to just simply to distribute this Prema Bhakti. How? Through Nam Sankirtan. Through Nam Sankirtan, he is distributing this Prema Bhakti. So he is Yoga Avatar. He has come to distribute this Yoga Dharma. But yes, more importantly, he has come to distribute Prema Bhakti. There is a very beautiful song also of Sharanagati by Bhaktivinoda Thakur where he writes, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Doya Kori Swaparshad Suya Dhama Saha Avatari. So how Mahaprabhu comes? Does he come all by himself? No. He comes through his comes along with his entire entourage. He comes with his devotees. That's why we see that there are how much comparison, that how Kavikaran Puna wrote the entire Ganesha Deepika in this regard, that how the personalities, those who came in Dwapar Yuga to assist Krishna's pastimes, those same personalities in some way or other, they came in Kali Yuga to assist Mahaprabhu's pastime. Because Mahaprabhu comes swaparshad, along with his intimate devotees, through his parshads he comes, and along with his dham. He comes with his dham also. Therefore, we say this Bhauma Vrindavan, this Vrindavan that we see here in India near Delhi as a geographical tract, actually this is Swadhama, that is Krishna's Dhama, which is there in the spiritual world, has come along with Krishna. So it is non-different from Goloka Vrindavan. So Swaparshada Suyadhama Saha Avatari, he comes, he takes this avatar. But then what does he do? For what purpose he comes? Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kori Baredan Shikhaye Sharanagati Bhakatera Pran. So even Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that how Mahaprabhu is saying, right, that I have come to distribute this Prema Bhakti. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also saying, Atyanta Durlabha, that prema kori baredan, he has come to give this prema bhakti, which is the most difficult to achieve. It is most difficult to achieve this prema bhakti. And Mahaprabhu, along with associates, along with his dham, has come to distribute this prema bhakti. And how he is giving this prema bhakti? Through Sharanagati. Shikhai Sharanagati. He is teaching everybody how you have to surrender. How you have to surrender unto the Supreme Lord. And that surrenderance is actually the life and soul of all the bhaktas. Shikhai Sharanagati Bhaktera Pran. That Sharanagati is the life and soul of the bhaktas. And that through that Sharanagati, how to perform that surrenderance, how to perform that Sharanagati, Mahaprabhu has come and taught us. And through that process of Sharanagati, he is giving that prema. He is giving that prema bhakti. At least he is giving an opportunity to all of us to come and rise up to the level of prema bhakti. Text 137. तुम्हारा दिलमा आमी प्रेमा भक्ति दान निश्चय जानिहा प्रेमा भक्ति मोरा प्राण. So he's saying, Tomhara dilama ami prema bhakti dan. I'm giving you this prema bhakti as a charity. I'm giving you this prema bhakti. Nishchaya janiya, know for certain that this prema bhakti is my life and soul. Mahaprabhu is saying this prema bhakti is my life and soul. What is the praman for this? We know the most famous verse in Caitanya Charitamrita, which is actually written by Srila Rupa Goswami, but has been adopted, has been taken by Krishna Kavidas Goswami, and he is writing in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Anarpitam charim charat karunavatirna kalau samarpayitum unnatujjvala rasam swabhakti shriyam. Where he's saying, Anarpitam charim charat, that which has never been given for a very, very long time. Chirat, chirkal se, means for a very, very long time, practically for time immemorial, which has not been given. O Mahaprabhu, you have come as that Karuna avatar, holding that compassion in your heart, the mood of Srimati Radharani in your heart. You have come and took this avatar and was incarnated in this Kali Yuga. And what are you doing? Samarpayitum. With the whole completeness, you are distributing. What are you distributing? Unnatojjvala ras. You are distributing this prema bhakti ras. You are distributing this madhurya ras, which was not known before you came. People were worshipping you in dasya bhakti. But you came to give this unnatojjvala ras. And who does it belong to? It's Swabhakti Shriyam. Mahaprabhu is saying, it's my bhakti, it's my life and soul. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami is saying, it's your bhakti. This is your treasure. This prema bhakti is from your own personal treasure house that you have come and you have opened that treasure house for everybody to come and plunder it. Hari Purata Sundara Dviti Kadamba Sandipata Sada Hridaya Kandare Spurato Vashi Sachinandana. So this way Srila Rupa Goswami is saying, if somebody remembers this benevolent, magnanimous nature of the Supreme Lord, then who will not surrender unto him? He has come to give this own prema bhakti to everyone. And even after understanding that, if we don't consider Mahaprabhu to be the Supreme, then we are at loss. Shuklambara Varasuni Vaishnava Mandala Jaya Jaya Hari Dhvani Karila Sakala. And when this benediction, this vara, this vardhan that was given by Mahaprabhu to Shuklambar Brahmachari, when they heard, Who heard? All these Vaishnava Mandal, the assembly of Vaishnavas. When they heard this benediction given by Supreme Lord to Shuklambar Brahmachari, they all unanimously shouted, Jaya Jaya. They all said, Jaya Jaya, because they all were very happy. Jaya Jaya Hari Dhwani, Karila Sakala. Unanimously they chanted Jaya Jaya, Hari Hari, Hari Bol, because they all were very happy. Because this prema bhakti is our prayojana. Right? We have to develop that sambandha jnana with Krishna. And to develop that sambandha, we have to do some process, which is abhidaya. But ultimately for what? For our prayojana. And what is that prayojana? To develop that love of God. That is our prayojana. Bahu janma kare yadi shravana kirtana, tabutana paya Krishna pariprema dhana. And that prema dhana we can get not by own endeavor, but together by our endeavor and by the mercy of Krishna. On our own, if we say, Bahu janma kare yadi shravana kirtana, bahut janam tak, if we keep on chanting Krishna's holy name and hear Krishna's holy name and chant Krishna's holy name and distribute Krishna's holy name, but still we'll not get that treasure of prema dhana if we are on our own. If we claim that I am doing it, it won't happen. But along with our endeavor, if we get the mercy of Sri Guru, if we get the mercy of Vaishnavas, if we get the mercy of Sri Bhagavan, then yes, this treasure of prema bhakti will be open to us. So, this is our prayojan. And Shuklambar Brahmachari got it. Very easily he got it because he was a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. Kamala nathera bhritya ghare ghare maage era sera marma jane kona mahabhage. That Kamala nathera means the servant of Lord Lakshmi. Who is the Lord of Lakshmi? Is our Kamalanath, is our Krishna. And who is the servant? The associate, the servant of that Kamalanath, the servant of that Supreme Lord, whose wife is the goddess of fortune. He begs from door to door, because for an ordinary people, Shuklambar Brahmachari was a beggar. And he was going from house to beg food for his livelihood. But no one knows that from his heart he is a pure devotee. What fortunate soul can understand the mystery of such pastimes? So this also gives us a warning that we should not judge anybody. Don't judge the book only by its face cover, right? The common saying, don't judge the book by its cover. And the same thing we see in the pastime of Vritrasura. He was a demon. Indra was thinking, I'm killing a demon. But as soon as he heard those 4 celebrated prayers that came out from the mouth of Vritrasura, Indra, very well he understood that he is not a demon, but he is a Vaishnava who was in the garb of a demon because of some curse. So we should not judge anybody. We should not pass comments on anybody, especially when you go to Dham Yatra. You see many people, especially in Vrindavan Dham and even in Navadvip Dham, you see devotees begging. Some Babajis, they are begging on the road. And if you think, oh, they are just mere the beggars, that means we are committing an aparadh. They may be on a very, very high level, very, very high level, that we will not even understand that on which level they are. Some devotee was telling me, this is not my personal experience, but there was one devotee was telling me that how when he went to Vrindavan. So I don't know how many of you have that experience, but when you go to Krishna Balram Mandir, our ISKCON temple, Radha Shyam Sundar temple, you go from not from the main door, but there is a side road which you go through Govindas. You enter through Govindas. So on that side road, there is one person, one devotee, one Babaji, who's always sitting, and he has a huge mandir. I mean, this big mandir he has along with him. And he'll offer dhoop, deep, arati right from early in the morning. Even if you go 4 o'clock Mangala Arati, you will see him sitting there. And he will be chanting. He'll be either sometimes reading Ramayana, sometimes he will read Bhaktamal, and sometimes he'll be reading Bhagavatam. So he has a lot of books also with him. And he has also some prasad to give. And he is on the road, he's sitting on the road. But what I get the feeling is that definitely he's not on that level that we think. He's definitely on together a different level. Always I have that feeling. Because he's always absorbed. He doesn't know who is walking by, and he doesn't know how are they giving anything or not. Basically, he's not begging, but he's always there sitting. And those who give, he accepts and just move on. So this devotee was sharing that he was in Vrindavan and he was going. So 3-4 days he went and he would give some Lakshmi to that devotee, that Babaji. He'll always give some. And this Babaji never said yes, thank you, never even acknowledged that who is giving and what they are giving, and doesn't know anything about it. But then one day, this devotee was telling that one day when he gave, this Babaji caught hold of the hand of this Prabhu and made him sit there. And he said, "What are you doing? Why are you disturbing me?" And he was thinking, what? I'm just giving only some Lakshmi. And then suddenly he started laughing. That Babaji, he started laughing. And he blessed this Prabhu very nicely. And he said, actually, I was in my own meditation. And when you put something in my bowl, in that begging bowl, I was little disturbed because my consciousness got disturbed. Because maybe out of some sound, or because maybe that day he was giving some coin. I don't know, but he got disturbed and he just pulled him down. So this Prabhu was telling that he got so scared that what he has done. And already it was Vrindavan Dham, he doesn't want to commit any offense. But then this Babaji, he just smiled and gave him a little bit of mishri. He had some rock candy, sugar candy with him, and he gave him that prasad, and that's it. And next few days again, he was there, and every time he'll put something, and least bothered that Babaji never ever acknowledged again. So why I said all this is just to show that we are no one to judge anybody in Vrindavan Dham, especially in Vrindavan Dham. We'll see many devotees, like we went for this Rajmandal Parikrama also. There will be many who will be coming. So either we can give, but sometimes if you have nothing to give, you can just fold your hands or you can touch their lotus feet, whosoever they are. In that mode, they will only give you blessing. Even if you don't give them a single penny, they will only give you blessings. So we have to develop that mood. Focus on your bhajan and don't judge anybody. That's the mood of Vrindavan Dham. So here also, he is saying the servant of Lakshmi's Lord is begging from door to door. But e rasera marma jane kone mahabhagya. Only a fortunate soul can understand that he is the servant of the Lakshmi's Lord. Otherwise, with our material eyes, we'll see that He's just simply begging. दासे घरे मागिया तंदूल विप्रपाय Lakshmipati Gaurachandra taha kadi khaya. Whatever rice Shuklambara Brahmachari collected by begging at 10 houses was forcibly eaten by Gaurachandra, who is Lakshmipati, who is the husband of Lakshmi. So in this long purport, I'll cut down short, I'll just explain that what Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur writes, that how he goes only to 10 houses. Now, is it any rule? So yes, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur describes the stages of sannyas. He says that the sannyas stage, one who accepts sannyas, even in Vaishnava's culture, there are 4 stages to it. The first is Kutichak, then Bahudak, then Parivajakacharya, and then finally Paramhamsa. So Kutichak is that kind of sannyas when somebody accepts this renounced order of life, but he doesn't practice begging. He doesn't do any kind of madhukari. Madhukari is going from home to home and begging. So this Kutichak sannyasi, a person who has taken this renounced order of life, if he is on the first stage, that is Kutichak, he'll accept that renounced order of life, means he will be making his own kutir outside the village, means he is no more in connection with villagers or his own family members. But because he has not accepted the Madhukari system, so what he will do, he will stay outskirts of that village, but for his livelihood, for his eating, he will be dependent on the villagers. And villagers will time and again, some villagers will take turns and they will make sure that some of them will deposit some food stuff at his kutir. So he will not enter the village and he will not go for begging. He'll not do madhukari. He'll stay outside, outskirts of that village, no more connection with the villagers, but the villagers will make sure that they will take turns in giving the foodstuffs to that sannyasi. That is a Kutichak. He has left home, accepted the sannyas order, the renounced order, but he is staying outside that village. Later, this devotee, this sannyasi, practice and goes door to door and begs some food, that is madhukari. And that is known as Bahudak. Bahudak, that is the second stage, where now this renounced order of life, the sannyasi who has accepted this renounced order, will not depend on the villagers also. Rather, he himself will go to certain houses and will beg food. And that too, there is a limitation, either 5 houses or 10 houses, not more than that. So they have their own kind of vow that they will beg only from 5 houses. Whatever they get, they will accept. Otherwise, they'll sleep like that only. Or they will go to 10 houses and beg. So here he has been describing that Shuklambar Brahmachari was doing madhukari. He was begging and he has this system of begging from 10 houses. So in 10 houses, he will go and he will beg, and whatever he will get, that too will be forcibly eaten by Gaurachandra. Then there is, when this sannyasi gets little advanced, he goes from country to country, state to state, city to city, and he started preaching. He starts preaching the message of Krishna consciousness, and that is known as Parivajakacharya. And then when he gets more advanced in preaching, he comes to the level of Paramhamsa. But again in Paramhamsa stage, he will develop that Ajgar Vritti, means the mood of a python, that whatever will come, I will accept, otherwise nothing. And that was the stage when what Madhavendra Puri has been described, that when he was in Govardhan, he was on the Paramhamsa level and he was just sitting And then one day a boy came with the milk, and that is Krishna, Gopal himself. We know that pastime. So even Srila Prabhupada has been described on the Paramhamsa level, but just to spread this message of Krishna consciousness, he moved down to one level of Parivajakacharya, and then he moved from city to city, country to country, just to preach this message of Krishna consciousness. So this is what the 4 types of sannyas that has been described by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Then we'll move to the verse number 141. Now Mahaprabhu is saying, Mudra rasa hita nay vedyarayata vidhi veda rupa apane balena guna nidhi. The Lord, who is the reservoir of transcendental qualities, personally explained through the Vedas the rules for offering foods. Now this thing comes up that we see that how Mahaprabhu, out of his compassion, is taking the rice of Shuklambar Brahmachari, whatever he was begging. On the other hand, Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying that our Lord is not so cheap. Don't think that whatever we offer, with whatever mood we offer, the Lord will accept. Actually, there are many ways. It's a proper prescribed vidhi of offering the food to the Supreme Lord. And that is mentioned in the Vedas, especially in Hari Bhakti Vilas. So Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur gives the entire rule history of explaining that how we should offer food to the Supreme Lord. And then in the last he says that this is quoted in Hari Bhakti Vilas, in one of the 8th Vilas, about offering food to the Supreme Lord. So this entire vidhi is a very elaborate vidhi, very, very elaborate vidhi. I'll take 10-15 minutes more and I'll explain you the vidhi, but it's just that you should know about that vidhi. But in ISKCON, and especially in this Kali Yuga, in this day and age, it is not possible to perform all this. But yes, to certain degree, some things are done in the temple today also, but it's only for the temple deities. Why temple deities? Because they are Pran Pratisthit deities. Okay, so Pran Pratisthit deities are those deities in which the prana has been invoked, and because of which now it's the house of the Supreme Lord. And there are certain rules and certain standards that are supposed to be followed. But at home, these certain rules and standards are not possible because we all are in grasthashrams. There are some ups and downs in our life. So it is not possible to follow all these rules for our home deities. But for temple deities, certain rules are still recommended as per the ISKCON ministry, but not the entire thing that is being explained. But I will try to summarize the entire purport. This entire purport has been taken from Hari Bhakti Vilas. So what I will do is, instead of reading the purport, I will explain you through Hari Bhakti Vilas only that what does it says. Are you all able to see? Yeah, I hope you are able to see the screen. So this is Hari Bhakti Vilas, and this is the 8th Vilas, which is been explained, the process of offering food to the Lord. Don't get overwhelmed after hearing all this. Why I'm saying is that one should know. See, knowing is very important. One should know what is the process. We are not following or we are not able to follow, that is different. But because it is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas, which is known as our Shastra, for the Vaishnavas, it is the Shastra to follow the rules and regulations followed in Hari Bhakti Vilas. So these are the rules. So what we do is, when we take this plate, this process is still followed as per the ISKCON ministry, the deity worship manual. And mostly I'll be taking from this I can show you. This is the deity worship manual in Shri Krishna Balram Mandir. And this is what standard that Prabhupada has made. So whatever from this will come, I will tell you that this is what we follow. But Hari Bhakti Vilas gives the elaborate method of offering only the food to the Supreme Lord. So yes, as soon as you take a bhoga plate, so before this Vilas, actually, there is a mention that how the plate should be, how the sitting place should be, how your achaman should be. That is also mentioned. But because Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur starts his purport only with the offering food, so I just take this Vilas. So once you take the food, you place it on the altar. You have a seat, a chalky kind of thing. You on a small table, you can say, and you place the plate for the Supreme Lord. And then what you do, you take some water. Now, this is again another important thing. So there are two Achaman cups that are there. One is outside the altar, and the mantra is invoked in both the Achaman cups, inside the altar and outside the altar. One is, that is Ganga Chai, Yamuna Chai, means you invoke all the rivers, sacred rivers. And but the one which is outside the altar, you only purify that water by invoking this mantra. But the one which is inside the altar, you also chant some bija mantras in the water to make it more purified and more potent. So now the water that is there inside the altar, the Achaman cup, from there you sprinkle some water on the food stuff and you say Ashtraya Phat. This is the mantra that you say Ashtraya Phat. Means you sprinkle some water and you basically purify that food item that is being made. And then you display it through Chakra Mudra. So what is a Chakra Mudra? That your right hand should be on the left hand, your first index should touch your thumb, and your little pinky should touch the
Mataji, sorry to interrupt. Please stop screen share and then restart the mudras.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'll not share the Hari Bhakti Vilas and I'll share you the mudras. Okay, these are the certain mudras, but these are to be known only by the second initiated devotees. Okay. So what here is saying that you have to take the water and you have to sprinkle on the food stuff on the plate and you have to say Ashtraya Phat. Again, it's a disclaimer that those who are only second initiated should practice this. Otherwise, because even Ashtraya Phat is not the entire mantra. Before that, certain Bija mantra is chanted, and I cannot say those Bija mantras aloud in the Zoom call. I cannot say that. So with the Bij mantra, along with that, Ashtraya Phat you say, and then you purify, and then you make this Chakra Mudra. So Chakra Mudra, I was saying that your right hand should be on the top of your left hand and your index should touch the thumb and your little pinky should touch the index. So this is a chakra. Okay, so you make this chakra and you put this Chakra Mudra on the plate. On the bhoga plate, you make this mudra, and with that you show that how you are purifying the whatever the food stuff is there, you purify. And then you sprinkle some more drops and then it says, I have to share. When the mudra will come, I'll again stop sharing.
Sure, Mataji.
Okay. So then it says, then you have to sprinkle a few more drops of water on the food after purifying the water by chanting Yang. So this is not Yum, this is M dot. So it has a specific pronunciation to call. It's neither yum, neither it is young. It is young. Okay. So this also will come by practice. Now Hari Bhakti Vilas says 12 times, but Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, he says 10 times.
Mataji, sorry to interrupt. Is it Nya you're saying? Nya? For young, you're saying Nya?
Not Nya, but it is not M sound and it is neither G sound. It is ma sound with little bit of G sound. It is young. No, there's a proper way that you pronounce this. So this yam you have to chant, and then how you chant? Through Bijakshara mudra. Okay. Now this Bijakshara mudra is the same that you chant your Gayatri. So you chant your Gayatri, and then you chant from your right hand. You chant your Gayatri mantras, and then you cover that with your left hand. So this is a Bijakshara mudra, that the way you chant your Gayatri. So when you sprinkle the water on that food plate and you perform this chakra mudra, then you pronounce this yang along with the bija mantra with the Bijakshara mudra, and then you chant 10 times. So those who know how to chant their Gayatris, they know how the same way you chant this yang mantra, and then you close this. So this is a Bijakshara mudra. Okay. Then later he says, after this, you chant and then you chant Ram while displaying the mudra by holding the right palm on the top of the left palm. So after you have chanted that in Bijakshara mantra, you have chanted your yam, then you have to place your right palm onto the left. So this mudra you have to make in front of, on top of the plate. And then again, you have to cover like this. Means this is a nyasa mudra. So you will do like this, and this way you will chant. Okay. You covered this finger and this on the right one onto the left, and this point should touch the palm of this hand. So this way you chant Ram. So when you have chanted, this should be on the top of the bhoga plate. Why you are chanting? Because now you have to invoke Vayu so that the dryness of the food should go away. Then you will reverse this, and with this finger you'll put here, and your left hand should be on the top and the right hand should be down. In this way you will chant Tham, T-H-A-M, M dot. So you will chant Tham, and then you will invoke the fire, that how Krishna should accept the food through fire. He accepts the food through fire. So you invoke the fire, just so that Krishna can come and accept. Okay, so this is again a bija mantra, and then you have to chant Tham. So left hand and then the right. Okay, this way. Now, after display the mudra by holding the left palm upside down below the right, then thinking that the food is showered with nectar. Then one should purify the food by sprinkling a few drops while chanting the Mula mantra. So every deity, whether it's Radha Krishna or it is Gaura, or whether it is Gaur Nitai, or it is Krishna Balram, or it is Pancha Tattva, every deity has their Mula mantra, starting with Bija mantra. I cannot reveal that. So you have to chant 10 times while sprinkling the water on the food, and then you have to chant the Mula mantra. Now here Paribhakti Vilas says it's 8 times that you have to chant the Mula mantra. Then thereafter you are done with it, then you have to display the Dhenu mudra and think that the food has been complete and has become complete and perfect. Now what is this Dhenu mudra? This is a little difficult mudra. So I'll show you. You have to clasp your hands like this, and like this means your right thumb should be on the top of your left thumb, and this finger will go with the middle finger this way. Okay, so this right middle finger will touch the left index finger, and the right index finger will touch the left middle finger, and similarly this right pinky will touch the left ring finger, and this left pinky will touch the right ring finger, and then the thumbs will be like this. And this becomes the 4 udders, the 4 udders of the cow. So this is a Dhainu Mudra. So once everything you chanted Ram, Yam and Tham, then you perform this Dhainu Mudra on the top of the plate, saying that now this offering has been completed. Okay, so this is the Dhenu Mudra. If you see like this, it's the 4 udders. I don't know whether you are able to see or not.
Yes,
But
yes, Mataji, we can see.
you can see, right? These are the
But
4
I'm trying, I
udders.
cannot do that. That's what I'm seeing.
So
I
these are the
cannot
4
do that.
udders, which are the Dhenu Mudra. This is known as the Dhenu Mudra, and thumbs are like this, joined together. Okay. So now after performing this Dhenu Mudra, then it says, yeah. So Dhenu Mudra, you think that the offering is now complete. Now you worship that food. Now you have to worship that food along with Lord Krishna with offering of water. Take some water and sandalwood and some flowers. And you request Krishna that now let the fire should emanate from your mouth so that you can accept the offering. Then one should think that this is actually happening, that the fire is coming from the mouth of Krishna and Krishna is relishing. Then one should take us that Krishna has already been seated and fire has come out from his mouth to accept the offering. Then one should take a small quantity of water, again mixed with some sandalwood paste with some flowers on the right hand. And while holding the offering plate with his left, one should throw this water onto the ground, chanting again the Mula mantras, ending with the word Swaha. And one should chant Shri Krishna Idam Nevedyam Kalpayami. So what does it mean? That you should accept, please accept whatever has been offered, because now he knows that Krishna has come, has seated, and the fire has come out from his mouth. Then one should place some tulsi leaves, because Krishna doesn't accept anything without tulsi leaves, on each of the preparations separately, and then pick up the plate with the 2 hands and hold it before the Lord. One should offer the food to the Lord while chanting again the Mula mantra and with love of affection. Then it says that Naivedyame bhavate jasudem hari bhare. What does it mean? That I am offering this food to you, so you please kindly accept it. So this is how we chant the mantras and then we invite Krishna to accept it. And after that, Krishna, we just called Krishna, right? Now Krishna is about to eat, but before that, the Krishna's hands should be washed properly. So again, we take some water and we chant Amrito Pastranam Asi Swaha. That after this chanting, we should give some water to the Lord to wash his hands, to cleanse himself, and then the Lord will accept. And with that, we display a grass mudra by displaying 2 palms like a fully blossomed lotus. So this is this is the grass mudra. And sometimes it is like this also. But if it is by fully blossomed lotus, it has to be like this. Okay. So this is the grass mudra by which we welcome the Lord to come and accept the offering. After that, it says, then with his right hand, one should display the 5 pranadi mudras while pronouncing each word in the 4th dative case. So 4th case means 4th, the Chaturthi Bhakti. Like we say in Gajendra Moksha, it is mostly all the prayers by Gajendra are in Chaturthi Bhakti. Anaya, Pranaya, Apnaya means ending with A-Y-A. Right. So this way you have to pronounce there are mantras, but you have to give that 5 pranadi mudras while performing each word in the 4th dative case, starting with the bija mantra, which again I cannot share. But what are these 5 prana mudras that we will see? So the first prana mudra is by which we chant the mantra is like ring and pinky touching the thumb. Okay, so this will be the same, and this will be touched. So this is the first prana mudra. Second is our index and middle. This is the second prana mudra. Third is our ring and middle. This is the
third prana mudra. Fourth is the middle and the index, that is the fourth prana mudra, and then the last is all together, that is touch all four fingers touched by the thumb, and that is the fifth prana mudra. So you recite all these, do all these 5 prana mudras, and then you offer the offering, you take the bell and you chant the mantras. Okay. Hari Bhakti Vilas.
Okay, Hare Krishna, quickly. Not
Yeah.
that I will be doing it, but then when you showed the prana mudras, the first, second, and then third you showed. Fourth one was the same as the second? And then
No,
the
no,
fifth-
no, no, I'll tell you. So first prana mudra is our ring finger and pinky finger touched together with the thumb. Both of them should touched by the thumb. Then the second prana mudra is our index and middle. That is this way. That is second. Third is our ring and middle. This is the third one. Fourth is our fourth also yeah.
You showed index and middle together, fourth.
Then the little pinky and the index.
Okay. And then fifth one is all together. Okay.
And the fifth one is all together. So this way and then this way. Okay. So these
Yes,
are the
ma'am.
5 prana mudras. Where it is. Okay. So then after doing this, one should, okay. So these are the 5 mudras. The process is being given. It says Vyana mudra, Udana mudra, Prana mudra, Apana mudra, and Samana mudra. All 5 tips together is Samana mudra. And you have to chant a mantra. So now you know, because the first mudra is Prana mudra. So you say Pranaya, starting with the Bij mantra, ending with Swaha. So with this, and then Apanaya, Aya means Chaturthi Bhakti, you have to add, but you have to add the Bij mantra in the starting, and then you have to end with the word Swaha. After doing this, one should display the Naivedya Mudra by touching the tips of all the fingers. This is simple, Naivedya Mudra, doing Namaskar Mudra. So before that, you have to ring a bell, you have to chant the mantras, and then you have to Mula mantras, and you have to say Nevedyam Samarpyami, that I am offering this Nevedyam, please accept it. And then you display this Nevedya Mudra by touching the tips of the fingers of both the hands. Now, Nevedya Mudra is sometimes referred to this, and sometimes it is referred to this. Like at home or even in the temple, we are taught like this, when all the 4 fingers is touched by our hand. And with that, we call the Lord. Right? We call the Lord. We call him and sit, take the asana and accept. And again, we ring the bell, we offer our pranam mantra, and we leave the altar. And when we take the food out, at that time when we enter in the altar, we pay our obeisances, we enter the altar, we ring the bell, and then with the same Naivedya Mudra, we tell the Lord, now you go back, because you have honored, now you go back. And before going back, we also make sure that certain mantras are chanted along with the Mula mantras, offering some water so that the Lord can wash his feet, wash his hands, and rinse his mouth, because he has honored. And then we send back the Lord, and then we fold hands. Like this way we do. So I think so that's it, was being mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. And both the hands together. With the tips of the all 5 fingers are brought together and held upwards, that is known as Naivedya Mudra. And also by touching the thumbs of both the hands with the tips of the ring fingers, one can also offer the Naivedya Mudra. Now this ends. Now let us see what is there in Caitanya Bhagavat. So this is from Hari Bhakti Vilas that I was sharing. Now in Caitanya Bhagavat also, if you see, the same thing is being told by our... where is Caitanya Bhagavat? Yeah, here. The rules of offering Ashtrayaphat, then Chakra Mudra, then Vayu Bija, then Vani Bija, Yam, Ram, Tham, and then Dhenu Mudra. And then you have to say Krishnaya Idam Mula Mantra. And then you, with the Naivedya mantra and the Grasa Mudra. Grasa Mudra, I told you, it's like a blooming lotus flower. And in Chaturthi Bhakti, you have to say. So this is all from Hari Bhakti Vilas. But now, what we have to see is the last verse for today. He does not vene se vidhi kichu svikara na kare sakala pratigya churna bhaktera duvare. He does not accept anything unless he is offered according to those rules. Now, hearing this statement, we all can think, well, it is too much. So should we offer the food or not? But the next line says, Sakala pratigya churna bhaktera dware. That Supreme Lord who accept this, who accept the food only when these mantras are chanted in a proper fashion, the same rules are broken by him. But he breaks himself all those injunctions for the sake of his devotees. Sakala pratigya churna bhaktera dware. Krishna says, when my devotee offers the food, then I myself break all the rules. Why? Because aham bhakta paradhina swatantra iha dvaja. That, oh Dvija, oh Brahmana, oh Durvasa Muni, I may claim myself that I am Swarat, but actually aham bhakta paradhina. I am always controlled by my devotees. Why? Because sadhvo hridyamayam, sadhunam hridyavatvam. Because the devotee reside in my heart and I reside in my devotee's heart. So therefore, I don't know anything except my devotees, and neither my devotees know anything except me. So now no more mudras, no more mantras, but what we do is through love and devotion. And that's what is the message of Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam thoyam yome bhaktya prachyati. That means the important ingredient that I want in the food offering is only love and devotion. Tat aham bhakti uparatam ashnami prayatmana. I accept whatever my devotee offers, provided there are two ingredients in that offering, and that is love and devotion. So then why this Hari Bhakti Vilas has written this elaborate? Because it is mostly for the Vishnu Aradhana. So Narayan, we know that he is always in awe and reverence. We have to worship the Lord in awe and reverence. So when there is a Vishnu Bhakti or Narayana Bhakti, then yes, we have to follow all these rules and regulations. And maybe I have personally noticed when you go to any Sri Sampradaya Mandir, especially if you go to any Venkatesh Mandir where Balaji is worshipped, and you give some bhoga and you tell that, can you please offer to the Supreme Lord? He practically does all these mudras. The priest is supposed to do all these mudras, and then he does this offering, because that is mostly in awe and reverence. But when somebody worships Krishna as their own and thinking themselves to be Krishna's property, then yes, Krishna says that I accept anything that is offered with love and devotion. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada has not given us so much elaborate things. Some basics, like, of course, the Achaman, we have to induce all the mantras, purify that Achaman with the mantras, with the rivers. And there are two Achamans inside the altar and outside the altar. Inside the altar, definitely it is invoked with the Bija mantras. And then we say Ashtraya Phat, and then we clean, and then we sing, we glorify, because we don't offer through ourselves, we offer through parampara. So we chant our Guru Pranam mantra, we chant Prabhupada Pranam mantra, and then we chant for Krishna, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha, and then we chant Mahaprabhus, and then we invite them. But yes, certain Mula mantras we chant, depending upon to whom are we offering, whether it's Gaur Nitai or Radha Krishna or Panchatattva or Krishna Balram. Then we chant certain Mula mantras and we invite Krishna through this grasa mudra, through this Nevedya mudra, sorry, and we invite the Lord to come and honor prasada. So this is what the basic minimum standard that Prabhupada has set for us, because this age is not the age for the deity worship. This age is for Nam Sankirtan. So main thing is chanting. But yes, because these deities are Pran Pratishthit deities in the temple, so we have to follow certain rules, certain regulations, and those basic minimum standards are being set by Srila Prabhupada, which we follow across the globe. Now, that is what Srila Rupa Goswami also says. What Rupa Goswami says? Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion also says, Smartavya Satatam Vishnu Vistarmavya Najatu Chit Sarva Vidhi Nishedha Syor Etyur Eva Kinkara. The mood is that never the time should come when I don't remember Krishna or I forget him at any time. Okay, so the point is smartavyam satatam Vishnu. We should always remember Krishna. And vismartavyo na jatuchit, that we should never ever forget Krishna. That stage should come. We should always remember Krishna and we should never forget Krishna. Sarve vidhi nisheshad. Etyur eva kinkara. And all the rules and regulations that are mentioned in the Shastras should be the servants of these two principles. What are the two principles? Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So all the rules and regulations, they are there, but they are serving the devotion. They are serving the Supreme Lord, because that should be the primary business of a devotee, that one should always remember Krishna and should never forget Krishna. So this is what where we have ended, and we will see what next is coming up tomorrow from verse number 143. So thank you all so much. I know I took a little more time because I don't want to discuss about this, but I thought, okay, knowing all these mudras is no harm. At least we should have knowledge about everything, but we should be grateful to Srila Prabhupada that Prabhupada has given us such a minimal standards so that we all can follow. And at the same time, we develop that devotion, that love for our Supreme Lord. So thank you all so much. Thank you for your attendance. Thank you for patiently listening. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this class. What would we do without you, Mataji? Thank you so much. Yeah, you did full justice to this section. I was so looking forward to this class. And thank you so much for doing full justice and teaching us everything. Not that we will be doing it, but just for curiosity. Yeah. Yeah, but it was really nice, really well researched and well presented. I know it has taken you a lot of time to put this together. Just wanted to appreciate the efforts that you have taken for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhya.
And I'm so glad this class was served by you, and we are all benefited today because of that. Hari Bol. Thank you. Honestly, another thing I didn't know was when we talk about Tridandam, I thought it is only the top part that has the 3 sticks. I didn't know it was throughout.
No, it's throughout the 3 sticks. Yes, 3 sticks tied together and wrapped in a saffron cloth.
For some reason, since it's wrapped, right? I was thinking only the top part has 3 sticks. So, okay. Thank you for that also. Yeah. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for the beautiful class, Mataji. Very grateful to you for teaching us all the mudras and mantras. But Mataji, at the end also you were telling that you have to tell that mantra and then you say Prabhupada mantra and Ashtraya Pat. You use that word also. And then you told all the regular we generally recite, right? Prasadam prayers, like first you do Guru Pranam mantra and then Prabhupada mantra and Namo Mahavadanyaya, then Namo Brahmanya Devaya, all that mantra. But then you said again, second initiation, devotees only should chant this Ashtraya Pat, if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing
Because Ashtraya Pat, before Ashtraya Pat, there is a Bija mantra that you have to chant.
So, but we should, I should not chant that, right?
No.
I should only do the same pattern that I said, like, yeah,
Those
that's
who are
what.
not second initiated, they should not.
That's what my question was. Okay. When you're telling you also, so that mantra, so I just got confused. Okay. This is okay to use or what I wanted to confirm. Thank you, Mataji.
That mainly is Mataji for the temple deities.
Oh, okay.
Home is the minimum standard. If you are serving in the temple, then yes, you will be taught all the mantras and all the bija mantras, especially when you chant your Gayatri. The Gayatri also has the bija mantra and the Nyasa mantra. So you get all those, you get to know this. And then when you chant and when you offer anything, whether you offer arati, even while offering arati, everything that you offer incense stick, then you offer ghee lamp. There is a mantra associated. You have to chant the mantra along with the Mool mantra to whom you are offering. Okay, so the Moola mantra is also important, the Moola mantra of the deity whom you are offering, and the mantras for offering the ghee lamp and the stick and the cloth and the arghya means the water, and then the flower, and then the chavar. So every time you have to say those mantras. But this is again a temple standard, and many temples I have seen that they don't even call out these mantras. They just say Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and they offer. But at home, yes, while offering Arati, we can play the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We can sing Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and we can offer.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Now Govardhan Puja is coming. Everybody offers elaborated prasadam, and you have given us such a detailed.
With love. That's it. That's what
That's what I was thinking,
love
main
and
focus is
devotion.
devotion and love. These two
Yeah.
ingredients should be there in the prasad. I mean,
And
bhoga that we are offering to Krishna.
one more Mataji, Tulsi leaf.
Yeah, tulsi leaf. Without tulsi leaf, yeah,
That's
Krishna will not accept it. Yes, devotion, love, and tulsi leaf. These three while you're offering it to your Govardhan. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. And also to set up a mood, a whole day, if we play Hare Krishna Maha Mantra while cooking the bhoga, it would be great, I guess, right, Mataji? To usually also we do that, like we listen to the lectures and everything while cooking. But if it is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, more the mood is more. I don't know. I've like because this is elaborated cooking.
Krishna's name is non-different from Krishna's Leela Kirtan, is non-different from Krishna's Guna Kirtan. So it's only not the Nam Kirtan. You can play anything. You can play class, a lecture, or you can Prabhupada lecture, or your Guru lecture, Guru Maharaj lecture, or you can play Namak Sankirtan, means only the mantra, or you can play any Vaishnava song, anything related to Krishna.
Anything related to Krishna, so that the consciousness is there. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very, very beautiful class. And I also like that do not judge any person by a book, like you were explaining about that sadhu in Vrindavan. Very, very beautiful, Mataji. 4 types of that sannyasa, right? That also was very nice. Thank you, Mataji. We open now for the question and answers. If anybody have any more questions, we can take this now.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I don't have any question. The class was really simply, superbly wonderful. I don't have any words. So, and yes, in this class, in today's class, so many new things which I do not know. Previously, I have come to know. Thank you for giving that knowledge, Mataji. As you said, it should not be said, you said, but still you said that at least having the knowledge of these things is good. So that was really wonderful, and thanks for sharing that knowledge, Mataji, so that I'll be aware, okay, all these things are there in this process also. But I'm also really very thankful to Prabhupada while hearing. I was thinking of that, the Patram Pushpam to why Krishna said this in Bhagavad Gita. Then all so many things is there, and I'm just offering only just saying the mantra and going. Then will Krishna will accept or not, and that's where you gave the answer for that also. So thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you,
Making
Anita.
us to know all these things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to know everything because it is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. And but the point is, as mentioned, that only love and devotion is what Krishna is looking for. Because imagine what Shuklambar Brahmachari was he offering with all these mantras. Krishna came and grabbed from his potli, from his bag. So,
And Mataji, we also see that one pastime, right? One old lady is cooking for Jagannath without
yeah, Karmabai.
mm,
Karmabai.
Karmabai. Okay,
The
okay.
story of Karmabai, where she used to cook for Jagannath ji. She'll not even wash herself, she'll not even take bath, and she'll brush her teeth, and she will make bhoga for the Supreme Lord, and with the stick of that brush of his teeth only, she'll stir that khichdi.
Oh, okay.
Of course, we are not on that level. That requires a great devotion, like we say, because Tulsidas ji say about Shabri also, the pastime of Shabri, where she eats and gives her jutha. But her mood was not to give jutha, but her mood was to give only the sweet berries, offer only sweet berries to Ram and Lakshman. So, yes, these pastimes, these stories are there, but rather jumping into that Raganuga bhav, first we have to practice through our Vaidhi Bhakti. So, yes, that minimum standard that Prabhupada has given to wash yourselves, brush your teeth, because Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion, when he mentions the 64 aparadhas, the seva aparadhas he mentioned, and one of that aparadh is that when you come in front of the deities and you are not clean or you have not brushed your teeth. So this is also one of the aparadhs. So yes, to a certain degree, we should follow this Vaidhi Bhakti and not immediately jump to Raganuga Bhakti saying that, oh, that's okay, even if I don't brush my teeth or even if I don't take bath. So what? Krishna is looking only for love and devotion, and I have that love and devotion. Well, a sadhaka will always feel that I don't have anything. So therefore, the sadhaka will totally rely on Vaidhi Bhakti. But slowly and gradually, when the sadhaka progress in one's own sadhana, then automatically that spontaneousness is there. But before that, if artificially we try to jump into that raga bhav, then there will be a great fall down. So we have to be very, very particular, very, very serious about this and make sure that whatever offering we do, whatever we do for the Supreme Lord, we should do through the medium of our Sri Guru. We don't have any adhikar to worship the Supreme Lord. We do it as an instrument of our Sri Guru because we do it on behalf of our Sri Guru. Sri Guru has made us the instrument. In that mood, we worship the Supreme Lord. Okay, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Is there any more questions? We have a lot of chat messages, Mataji. Hope you
No
have read them.
questions as such, right?
Yeah, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
No questions,
Mataji, I have a
Mataji. There are a lot of.
Yeah, no questions, but yeah, I saw the chat message. Thank you, everyone, for showering love.
Is there any more questions? If not, we can
Mataji,
end the call here. Yes, Mataji.
sorry, I just have a follow-up question. So, Mataji, yes, we are doing with love and devotion, but sometimes we are getting a bit tired also, right? So, during those times, what is the motivation for us, Mataji? Sometimes we get tired, okay, so because of
We
health
have to
issues or
introspect,
something.
Mataji. If serving the Lord, if we are getting tiredness, then something is lacking in our mood. That we have to check.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to check ourselves. We have to introspect our life and see why that enthusiasm is not coming. And there should be no tiredness in serving the Supreme Lord.
It's like a machine only we are doing. Like, okay, today I have to do, I'm doing, that's it. So
Yeah,
it's not
starting
like
it will happen
from
only.
inner conscious is not coming.
Starting, it will happen like this only. When we were chanting, at least I'll talk about myself till now, after many years, till now, I feel that I'm chanting mechanically. So we have to see our own way and find out why it is so. That love should come But why it is not coming, then we have to introspect our own self. Or
Okay,
check,
Mataji.
or check to our Shiksha Gurus and Diksha Gurus. Okay, Manishwari Mataji, good to see you.
Hare Krishna. I just have a quick comment. I was gonna say that I was thinking when you start, why is she going through this whole elaborate thing of telling us this? It's not that important. And then it was like, but the punchline is this. It's like you get us all nervous and scared and worried, and then you kind of say, okay, but actually, you don't have to worry about this because Prabhupada had given us this special mercy. So I was thinking about that special mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and I was thinking, how many of us are at that level, or have that level or the qualifications to actually perform any kind of offering to the Lord. Yet out of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and of course Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has given us a very simple method. So I'm just becoming a lot more grateful for the opportunity, and as you said, always remember Krishna, never forget him. That's the bottom line. So yeah, I was just thinking of those two things. Hare Krishna.
That's the samam bonum. Always remember and never forget Krishna.
Yes.
All in all, what we need. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay,
Is there anybody having?
Yes, Mataji, we can end up. It's already 12:41.
Okay. Okay, Mataji, I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Har Grace Kirtida Bhakti Mataji ki jai.
Jai. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.